This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados Today evening update for Thursday, May 14th. I'm Fernella Wedderburn, so glad you can join us. It's now official. Coalition leader David Granger is set to take over as President of Guyana after his grouping of 6 opposition parties was today declared winners of Monday's general and regional elections. The coalition's victory has brought to an end 22.5 years of rule by the People's Progressive Party Civic, which is so far refusing to accept the election results. Based on preliminary results announced this afternoon, the new government will have a slender majority in Parliament. And Guyanese-born former regional diplomat Sir Ronald Sanders says while the new government will be able to function, it will have an extremely difficult task ahead.
I think what it was a matter of is that the two parties coalesced.
Okay.
If they had stayed apart, they would not have won this thing. I don't know about a time for change because it hasn't really been that significant a difference from the last general election. The only, in terms of numbers, the only difference here is that the two parties which formed the opposition separately after the last election coalesced to form a single party to contest this election. So they combined their numbers. But I believe the deep-rooted difficulties and differences that have always existed in the Guyanese society are still very much there.
Sir Ronald does not expect any immediate movement of Guyanese from Bridgetown as a result of the election results. But he says the economy of Guyana is currently booming, and given the possibility of an oil find, there could be a shift in the near future. Now to the latest at home. A new player has entered the pool of protesting haulers and truckers. Recycling business pioneer Paul Bino today went to Warrens, where waste freighters have been stationed for the last 4 days in protest against the controversial $25 tipping fee. And the head of Bees Recycling is calling on other businesses to support the action. Bino tells Barbados Today the business community will be directly affected by the measure, which will increase the cost of disposal of the garbage. He says he's supporting the protest from a recycling standpoint. At the same time, the managing director of Jose & Jose, Anderson Cherry, is trying to clear the air on statements he made on his company's collection of garbage at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. This is what Cherry told Barbados Today yesterday.
They have to move the hospital garbage, whether they pay me or not.
So who's moving it now that you're not working?
Well, as from today, there's no more movement at the hospital. We are awaiting government decision on this matter.
So there's medical waste storing up at the hospital as we speak?
Storing up at the hospital. It's very serious. We have all of the supermarkets, the hospital, and all of the guys have made a decision. All of us decided we are not moving until a decision is being made.
So you're saying that even though you've been off the job, you've been moving some
today, no waste will be moving.
But you moved some on Monday and Tuesday then?
Last week and on Monday.
Okay.
But as from today, all of us as a group agreed that no waste will be moved until the decision is made.
And nobody at government has spoken to you about this?
No, none. And it's very urgent. They need to make a decision and make it today in the interest of the country.
Today, Sherry sought to explain exactly what he meant.
It has always been agreed that on Mondays, the waste at the hospital is be moved. However, in the statement represented on Barbados Today, it stated that I would not move as today, meaning yesterday. Yesterday we were awaiting a decision from the Prime Minister or from the Minister of Health in reference to addressing the case of the Waste Haulers Association. So when I made a statement saying the garbage will not be moved today, and we still stuck by it because it wasn't due to move till the following Monday, which is next week Monday. And I just want the people of Barbados to know that the hospital waste moves every Monday. It's not a problem at the hospital. We'll be moving the hospital the fire stations that need moving, the police stations that need moving, and we will not be holding any person ransom. Our duty is to serve this country.
Managing Director of Jose & Jose, Anderson Sherry. The clock is ticking on a 24-hour deadline given to the Ministry of Finance by the National Union of Public Workers. NUPW President Akani McDowell is demanding that his office receives all relevant information pertaining to the transfer of custom officers to the Barbados Revenue Authority by tomorrow.
It includes information on how the transition is supposed to take place.
Yeah.
It also includes salaries, job descriptions, as well as information on acting.
On acting appointments?
Yeah, so we want full disclosure of information.
When you say acting, what do you mean? I know it's acting.
I don't want to go into details because we're still in negotiations, but the point I'm making is that we ask for full disclosure of information so that we can give that information to the customs officers and they can make an informed decision before they do the transfer over to BRA.
In other news, classes were back in session at the Lawrence T. Gay Memorial School this afternoon following a bomb scare this morning. A spokesman for the government-run primary school in Spooners Hill, St. Michael, tells Barbados Today the all-clear was issued just after noon today. An emergency evacuation was ordered after a threatening phone call was made to the administrative office this morning. We move over to sports now, and some of the scores from the Pine Hill Dairy-sponsored National Sports Council's primary schools netball competition today. Blackman and Gollop A defeated Christchurch Girls 15-0. Vauxhall Primary beat St. Christopher Primary 10-0. Wilkie Cumberbatch were also in action. They defeated St. Christopher 7-1. In Bagatelle St. Thomas, West Terrace were the dominant school, dishing out beatings on Welch's Primary. They beat them 4-2, and St. Stephen's 10-1. Welch's Primary were again better against Good Shepherd Primary, who they defeated 7-0, while St. Silas got the better of Good Shepherd with a 3-1 win. St. Stephen's Primary had a 4-2 win over St. Silas Primary as well.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Farley Hill, Crane Beach, fried chicken at Pug's Bar. All parts of Barbadian life that some might know, but others don't. So join me, Katrina Marshall, as I go about town and across country, peeking into tucked-away districts and liming with the people who bring them to life. About town and across country, coming soon to Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Regionally, Jamaica's top cop is worried over what he says is a lack of efficiency in his force, and Dr. Carl Williams believes that this problem on the part of some ground officers is to blame for the crime situation in the country. The police commissioner made the comments during a tour of several police divisions in Area 5 today. He is of the view that unresolved crime problems can be settled only if officers carried out their duties more competently. On the international scene, police in the Philippines said they will hunt down those responsible for setting the fire that destroyed a shoe factory. The assurance comes as the death toll climbs to 72. Police say the fire started when sparks from welding work ignited flammable chemicals near the building's entrance, resulting in the deadly blaze. And on that note, we come to the end of our evening updates, but we'll be back again tomorrow morning. Until then, remember, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. We're also on Channel 101 on Lime TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. See you later.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? #sexy.